New York lost a prominent community leader, scholar, and civil rights activist this week. Alice Green, who grew up in the Adirondacks, spent much of her life advocating for incarcerated people across New York. She founded the Center for Law and Justice in Albany in 1985, then worked for New York State under Governor Mario Cuomo. She made her first run for office in 1998 for lieutenant governor on the Green Party ticket, and then again in 2005 a run for mayor in the City of Albany. Green grew up in the small hamlet of Witherbee in Essex County. Last year, Green wrote a memoir about growing up black in the Adirondacks and how it shaped her life. When we sat down with her a few years ago, she told us about what she experienced as a teenager when she and a white friend got jobs working at a small summer resort, only to discover that the friend would be welcome to sleep in a room in the main house, while the owner insisted that Green sleep in the barn.
Employment was horrible, absolutely horrible. In some of the places like Lake George and Schoon Lake and Westport, where all of the young people in my class got summer jobs, and I had the worst experience of my life. It still bothers me, is that I got a job, and my mother wanted me to work. You know, we really needed money for school and all that. So I got a job being like a chambermaid kind of thing. And this woman separated her black employees from her white employees. And I got the job with my close friend that I had grown up with, and we've been together, and we're still friends right now. And we got the job, and we thought we would be able to, live together, because they provided housing. I said, "Oh yeah, we'd like to be roommates, and all." And the owner, who's from the South, said, "Oh no, you can't. That she can stay in our house." They had the family house, apartment. It was part of this motel restaurant thing. And she brought up from the South her own cook and his wife, who were black. And I was told that I had to stay in this. It was a barn. This is exactly what it was, a barn. I can't, describe it any other way. And it scared me to death. My friend stayed with the family, and I was put in a barn that had bats. I'd never been in the same room with a bat in my life. I was scared to death. I'm scared of a mouse, So, and that night was the worst night of my life, because bats were flying all around me, and I was scared to death. And I realized what was happening here. So the next day I confronted my employer and said that you are segregating your staff, and I can't do that. She said, "Well, you're fired." And I said, "You can't fire me because I already quit." And it was the most difficult thing to quit and go back to my mother, who wanted me to work for that summer to get my school clothes. But the nice thing about it was my friend said that she quit too.
Green said her advocacy was shaped by that experience and other challenges she faced throughout her life. Green has in recent years been using her voice to share more of the black history that scholars have been uncovering in the Adirondacks. She was featured in our latest documentary, Adirondacks For All, on the efforts to bring more of that history to life and help increase diversity in the Adirondack Park. Alice Green died on Tuesday in Albany. She was 84 years old.